All right, that's better. That's what. Hey, we talking about discovering you tonight. I want to talk about 3 principles on discovering you tonight. 3 principles. If you have your pencil, because before we can even talk about the great aspects of discovering you, we got to first deal with something. When you start talking about discovering you, there are 3 aspects in this discovering you. The first aspect I want to talk about is your past. Then we're going to talk about your potential. Then we're going to talk about your purpose. But before we can even talk about the potential or even get into the purpose, we got to deal with the past. We got to talk about this past right quick. It's like peeling back an onion. It's like taking off the layers right quick. Because most of us are still stuck in our past. And because we're stuck in our past, we can't even move forward to what God has for us. So we got to deal with that monster called the past today. What is the past? I remember doing a word study on the past one day. And that word came up with the definition that I found out about the past would blow your mind, will really do something to you. The definition that I realized what past was, it was a moment in time that no longer existed. Think about that. Past. A moment in time that no longer exists, but yet it's a present day reality to so many people today. It's a present day reality to so many people. And most people are still stuck in their past. And because they're stuck in their past, they can't even be effective in their future. But we have to realize something about your past. It's a moment in time that no longer exists. It's gone. It's out of here. It can't come back. But yet for most of us, it plays like a broken record in our mind. For most of us, we can't get over something that someone said to us, something that someone spoke over our life, a missed opportunity, a bad relationship from the past, a bad mishap from the past, a bad regret from the past. And because it's in the past, and even though it's a moment in time that no longer exists, it still seems like it's a present day reality for you. You can't get it back. That's right, Kill. You can't get it back. Most people are still hung up on the past regrets, past mistakes. But if you're going to discover what's on the inside of you and realize how great you are and realize how much you have to offer this world, you have to understand that your past no longer exists. You can't get it back. It's a moment in time that no longer is there. So we have to do a few things so that we can grab a hold of. There are 2 things when it comes to dealing with your past. I want you to give this to whoever. There's somebody that you're connected with right now that's struggling with their past. It may be on your job. It may be in your household. It may be a relationship that you're in. Somebody who's struggling with your past. I got 2 things that you got to give them. You got to understand this. If you're going to deal with your past, the first thing that you got to understand is called the law of design. What's the law of design? A law is a principle that you can expect to work the same way every time. The law of design says this, that everything that God has created has been designed to move forward. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a bird fly backwards? Have you ever seen a fish swim backwards? You're right. You haven't. Because they were never designed to do those things. Look at your face. Look at your makeup. Look at who you are. Look at how you've been created. Look at your eyes. Your eyes were designed to move forward. Your body was designed to move forward. Your legs have been created to move forward. Your arms were designed to move forward. Nothing that God has designed has ever been designed to move backwards. And that's just like your life today. Regardless of the past situations, the past mishaps, the past failures, the past hurts, the past regrets, the past things that you've gone through in your life, God said that today you still have been designed to move forward. You got to understand that. You have to understand that. There will be so many things in your life that will try to cause you to come backwards. But until you understand the law of design, you'll continue to go 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. The law of design simply says this, that what God has designed has been designed to move forward. Think about that. The Almighty God, the Creator, the one who sits high and looks low, the one that has created us, the one that has developed us, the one that has put us together, has something on the inside of us that says this, that there are going to be some things you go through in life, there's going to be some bumps, there's going to be some credit, there's going to be some things that you experience in life, but regardless of what you go through, you still must move forward. Think about that. Think about your life mishaps. Think about everything that you've gone through in life. Just think about all that stuff. Think about the hurt. Think Think about the things that people have said to you. I want you to think about that right now. All you all that are listening to me right now, I want you to think about one of the most hurtful things, one of the most degrading things, one of the most things that really has impacted your life. I want you to locate that right now. I want you to locate that right now. And when you think about that thing, I want you to locate that thing. And once you locate it, I want you to ask yourself, has it stopped you from stepping forward? Can you still move forward? That's called the law of design. Think about that. All those things that have tried to make you go backwards, they didn't succeed because you're still here. Oh man, that's amazing. Think about it. I can't help but to think about my life. All the trouble, all the mishaps, all the things that I've gone through in life, but yet I'm still here. I'm still moving forward. I'm not looking backward. Don't care what no one has to say, because I realize the law of design says that I've been designed to move forward. My goodness. Think about that, man. There are some people that try to say some things about you. There are some people that have done some things to you. There are some people that have put their mouth on you. There are some people that have disrespected you. But yet you're still here and you're still been designed to move forward. So let me tell you, don't you ever let nobody tell you that you got to be back there. You keep moving. Like Brittany said, you're stronger than ever now. Because if you didn't go through it, guess what? You wouldn't have the wisdom that you have now. If you didn't go through it, you wouldn't have the strength that you had now. If you didn't go through it, you wouldn't have the mindset that you have now. If you didn't go through it, you wouldn't be able to instruct somebody the way that you're able to instruct them now. You had to go through it. You had to go through it. You had to go through those missed opportunities, because if you didn't, it wouldn't have made you grind even harder. You had to go through being looked over, because if you did, it wouldn't make you invest in yourself even more. You had to go through people talking about you, because if you did, it wouldn't make you more tougher. You had to go through it. Just like that mule. That's right. You had to go through it. Man, I love talking about this. I get fired up when I talk about this, because I'm telling you, I love understanding the law of design, because I realize that I've been designed and you've been designed, and all that has been created by God has been designed to move forward. Now let me tell you this, when you get off Facebook Live, I want you to text somebody, I want you to DM them, I want you to do whatever you have to do, and you have to tell them, hey, regardless of what you're going through, you've been created, you've been designed to move forward. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shake that thing off. Let them know that you've been designed to move forward. I don't care whatever's trying to hold on to you, whatever's trying to grab a hold of you, whatever's trying to tell you that you can't do it. You shake it off and you say, I'm going forward. I don't care what anybody has to say about me. I'm moving forward, because I understand the law of design. Man, you got to understand that. It's called the law of design. If put it like this. The law of design says, can't nothing stop you. The law of design says, can't nothing hold you. The law of design simply says this, that regardless of what you've gone through, can't nothing hold you backwards. The law of design. Every failure, every hurt, all the disrespect, all the time that you felt like you missed, still can't stop you. Still can't stop you, because you've been designed to move forward. You've been designed to move forward. The second thing, you got to understand the law of design. But the second thing is, you got to settle that thing. You got to settle it. You have to settle it. Let me tell you this. There are some things that you've done in your life. There are some things that you've been through. There's some things that you've been a part of. There's some things that other people have been a part of doing to you. But there's something that you're going to have to do. You're going to have to settle it in your mind. You're going to have to make up in your mind to say, yeah, I've done it. They done it. We done it. But guess what? I'm moving forward. Because the longer you step on it, the longer you concentrate on it, the longer you keep thinking about it, guess what? The longer you allow your past to control you. You got to settle that thing today before you even get off this Facebook Live. You have to settle it today and say, I'm moving forward. No longer would I waste time letting my past grip me. No longer would I waste time letting my past have dominion over me. No longer would I let my past be the master of me, because today I'm moving forward. I settled it and I'm gone. We're talking about the law of design. We're talking about settling something. Listen to this. I wrote this down. Anytime you allow opportunities to pass you because you let your mind tell you that you're not qualified, because something that you may have done in your past, then your past becomes your master. I'm going to say that again. Because many of us are missing opportunities right now Many of us are not even walking in what God has called us to walk in, doing what we're supposed to be doing because we're allowing our past to tell us whether or not we're qualified for the position or whether or not we're qualified for the job. And when you let your past tell you whether or not you can do something, whether or not you can go somewhere, how far you can go, how high you can jump, what part you can get involved in, then you have allowed your past to be your master. Anytime you make a decision and not join something because your past is telling you that you're not qualified for it, your past becomes your master. Your past is your master. Anytime. 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 I remember this, man. A woman that I work with, her name is Chastity. Let me tell you that. I remember walking through the courtroom one day, and she said this. This is what she said. I was trying to start this business adventure with the judicial system and things like that. And I remember walking through the courtroom. And, you know, especially when you've gone through something in your past. And I walked through that, and I felt a little nervous a little bit because, you know, my past. Because at one time, I was on the other side of this thing. One time, I was on the other side of it. And I remember coming out of that thing. And I remember talking to the people. And I remember shaking their hand, letting them know who I was. And when I got finished, this lady came up to me and she said this. And I didn't do this, but I needed to hear this. This is what she said. She said, Jeroy, don't you ever walk in the midst of people with your head down and your shoulders low. Because let me tell you why. You have beat the odds. You are on the other side now, and now it's time for you to help other people get to where you are on the other side and beat the odds. Man, I needed that. I needed that because I was at a crossroad. And at that time, I was debating whether or not I wanted to do it because my past was speaking to me, telling me that I wasn't qualified. My goodness. And I'm going to tell you right now, there are many of us right now, we tell people certain things, and there are certain things that people know about us, but there are some deep, dark secrets that we know about ourselves that we don't tell nobody. And on the basis of those deep, dark secrets that we don't tell nobody, we are determining how valuable we are because of what we've done. But I want to let you know today, don't you ever let your past determine how valuable you are. Your past don't have the authority to tell you what you can do and what you cannot do. We've been giving our past too much authority in our life, and today we got to settle it and we got to go. Yeah, he was. We got to settle this thing and we got to go. For those that have an ideal in their mind, for those that want to step out on a business adventure, for those that want to do something, whether or not they don't know whether someone will thank them or whether someone will try to even indulge in what they want to do. Let me tell you this, move forward today. Move forward today. Move forward today. Man, it doesn't matter. You have to do this thing for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. You got to do it for yourself. Because if you don't do it for yourself, you still allow your past to have control of you. We talking about discovering you. There's greatness on the inside of you. But in order for we to even tap into that thing, we got to deal with some ugly issues that most of us don't like to deal with. And right now, we dealing with that past. We dealing with that past right now. We're dealing with the things that most people don't like to look at. But let me tell you this. In order for you to really engage in something, you got to confront it. You got to confront that past. Because if you don't confront that past, let me tell you, your past will think he can pop his head up anytime and it will try to slow you down from doing what you've been called to do. You got to move forward and let it go. Now we're going to step number 2. We dealt with the past. And then step number 2, if you're going to discover what you got on the inside of you, if you're going to discover how great you are, you're going to have to understand this. Step number 2, you're going to have to understand potential. My goodness. I love talking about potential. I love potential. I love talking about potential. My life changed when I understand the principle of potential. What is potential? It's untapped power waiting to be manifested. Look at that. Potential. Untapped power waiting to be manifested. It's power on the inside of you. It's untapped power waiting to be manifested. But let me tell you about potential. Potential is tricky. Let me tell you about potential. Potential will do one thing. It will wait to see what you're going to rely on. Because if potential knows that you're going to rely on your ability, then potential will step back. Potential waits till your ability runs out before it shows its head up. That's how tricky potential is. Because it's untapped power waiting for someone to place a demand on it. Let me give you some definition. Let me give you some definitions of this. Let me give you some definition of potential. Number one, potential is dormant ability. Potential is untapped power. Come on. Potential is hidden strength. Come on now. Potential is reserved energy. It's capped capacity. It's unused success. It's unleashed talent. We talking about potential. If you're going to understand how great you are, you got to understand what the power that you possess on the inside of you. It's all that you have. It's all that you can do, but have yet done. Think about that. That's what potential is. It's all that you can do, but haven't yet done yet. Potential is who you are, but no one knows yet. Potential is who you are, but no one even knows yet. See, right now where you are, people know you. But when you release that book, you cease to be who you are now to someone else. When you start that new business, you stop being who you are now to becoming someone else. When you step out and open up that nonprofit or that store or that clothing line or that magazine or that building, you stop being who you are right now to be someone else. We talking about potential. We talking about potential. You see that? See, here's the issue. Let me tell you what's so funny about this thing. It's who you are that no one even knows yet. See, right now, they may say, Gerard Dunn, I know you as an author or an entrepreneur. I know you as one that has overcome good trials and tribulations. I know you as one that has overcome the system. But guess what? Guess what they don't know me as? They don't know me as a clothing designer. They don't know that, Gerard, yet, but they will. They don't know that one yet, but they will. Because I'm talking about something that's on the inside of me that needs to be tapped out. I'm talking about those hidden dreams that are on the inside of you that's waiting for you to place a demand on it. I'm talking about those hidden thoughts that you think about when you see other people doing it and you say to yourself, man, I can do that. Man, that looks like me. I can create that. Man, I can speak like that. Man, they can't even do it like I can. I'm talking about that right there. That's what's waiting to be tapped into. That's what's waiting to be tapped into. I'm talking about when you see someone on television. I'm talking about when you see someone doing something. That's what I'm talking about. And you say to yourself, man, that's me. I can see myself doing that. Man, I can see God will give you a glimpse of stuff just so that you can grab a hold of that thing because he wants you to place a demand on it because he knows that it can't be released until you activate your faith and tap into that thing. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You got to tap into it. You got to tap into it. And the reason why we couldn't even talk about potential, first we had to get rid of that past. But now we passed that past, we want to talk about potential. What is it that you always wanted to do? What is it that you see yourself doing? You see, I'm talking about that big dream that if you told somebody that think you're crazy. I'm talking about that big dream that if you let the cat out of the bag, someone would think there's something wrong with you. I'm talking about those things that God shows you in glimpses and pictures. I'm talking about those things that when you're driving down the road, you see yourself indulging in or getting that degree or working in that office or starting that business or creating that thing right there. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's waiting on you. That's what's waiting on you. I'm talking about that potential on the inside of you to do something greater than you have ever done before. Let me tell you that if you don't tap into your potential, guess what you do? You lock up everyone that's connected to you. You really don't let them know who you are. So in return, if you don't tap into your potential, you really robbing folks because you really don't let us know who the real you are, who the real you is. Excuse my language. You see what I'm saying? We talking about tapping into that potential. Potential is what you have left, but yet you haven't manifested yet. Oh, man, listen to that. Somebody better write this stuff down. I'm giving you some nuggets, I'm telling you. I'm giving you some stuff. You can post this stuff. That's what potential is. Activating your greatest imagination. Potential is what you have left that you haven't done yet. What do you have left? What do you have left that you haven't done yet? Man, there's so much on the inside of you. Man, we pay so much time wearing other people's clothing design that we don't even make our own clothing design. We spend so much time reading other people's books, which is a great thing, but we got wisdom on the inside of us that we don't even write books. We spend so much time wearing other people's hats that we don't even invest in creating our own hats. What do you have left on the inside of you? My goodness. We praise other people for what their accomplishment is, but yet, guess what? There's something that needs to come out of you. Let me tell you this. Write this down. The greatest enemy of your progress is your last success. The greatest enemy of your progress is your last success. The last thing that you've done could be your enemy, your biggest enemy. Because most times we think that we've arrived yet. But there's more. There's more. There's more. That's why we got to always be creating something, man. I'm talking to the one right now, whoever you are looking at me right now, that has that desire that you haven't even stepped out, that has that urge to do something, but people think you're crazy if you tell them your idea. I'm telling you right now, I put a post up on Instagram, and I got these words to say to you. Do it. 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 Don't live a life of regrets. Don't live a life of regrets. So we've been talking about letting go of the past, and now we've been talking about tapping into that potential. The third thing I want to talk to you about discovering you is your purpose. My goodness, let me tell you this. I love this topic right here. I love this topic. I love this topic. Most people don't even know their purpose. Most people don't even know why they're existing. Most people don't even know why God even created them. Most people don't even know that. But I'm going to tell you this. You've been created on purpose and with a purpose. The very fact that you're still here listening to me right now is an indication that you have purpose. Purpose is the reason for your existence. Don't you ever let no one tell you anything different. Purpose is the reason why you're still here. Everything in life has purpose. Relationships have purpose. I mean, life has purpose. Your career has purpose. Your family has purpose. Your children have purpose. Your job has a purpose. Everything in life has purpose. God never created anything without purpose. Never. Everything has purpose. And I know that there's a lot of cliches about purpose, this, and finding your purpose, and this, like, but let me tell you that. Now, let me tell you, I'm not talking about a cliche. I'm talking about when I found out my purpose, my life changed drastically. Think about it, man. Come on, man. Think about it. Many of us know what I've been through. Many of us know what my family been. But guess what? The moment you realize your purpose, then guess what? You align Earth's resources to your life. Somebody need to write that down. The moment you realize your purpose, then you align Earth's resources to your life. Purpose is the magnet that attracts your opportunities. So, man, this stuff is dropping out of me. You better get this. Let me tell you. Have you ever seen someone who just keeps getting the opportunity, the big breaks? They keep getting it. Guess what? They tapped into something. They tapped into the purpose. See, let me tell you, when you understand your purpose, everything lines up with your life. That's why you can't compete with someone who's walking in purpose. They'll do circles around you because they're in their lane. One of the greatest teachers to me that said that, he said that when purpose isn't known, abuse is inevitable. In other words, when you don't understand your purpose, you're guaranteed to abuse yourself. You're guaranteed to abuse relationships. When you understand your purpose, you're guaranteed to misuse yourself, your family, those that are connected. I can't think about the relationships I broke up. I can't think about the friendships that I messed up. I can't think about the people that I disrespected and disregarded and the places that I missed opportunities, all because I didn't understand the principle of purpose. Purpose is the reason something exists. The chair that you're sitting in right now. The table that you're sitting at right now. The bed that many of us may be lying on right now. They all have purpose. They all have purpose. Everything has a purpose. And let me tell you this. You were created with a purpose. You were created for a purpose. You were created on purpose. We're talking about discovering you tonight. We're talking about dealing with the past. Tapping into the potential. And walking into your purpose. Let me tell you this. Hey, when I realized my purpose, life began to change. They said, how is it that you go from one lifestyle and one mindset to living into another mindset? How is it? Because I understand the principle of purpose. Purpose will bring you in an arena where, guess what? Those that have the degrees will be asking you, how do you do it? Because you're walking in purpose. Let me tell you, purpose supersedes all that stuff. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, that's what purpose does for you. Hey, I want to tell you, I want to thank you all for joining me tonight. This is another episode of Solution. Thank you all for really holding on and grabbing a hold of it tonight. Hey, man, I really appreciate you all. I really appreciate my fans, those that really support me, those that are there for me. Let me tell you, this is just the beginning. We get ready to take this thing to a whole nother level. Coming soon, television show. You just watch what I said. I'm speaking this thing on live, on Facebook Live. Coming soon, I'll have a television show. Coming soon, there are going to be more books. There are going to be clothing lines. There are going to be more businesses. All because I understand purpose. And I want to hear from you. I need to hear from you. I want to know what you're doing. I want to know what's going on in your life. I want to know what's going on in your life. Let me tell you this. Hey, we've been created to lead, but been designed to follow. We've been created to lead, but conditioned to follow. We need you. We need you. We need you. This earth needs you. I need you, and other people need you because you have something in you that other people need. Hey, I want to tell you, coming soon, Legendary Shirts will be here next week. They should be here next week. They should be here next week. I'll let you know when they get here. That Legendary gear will be here, full effect. We're coming in. I'll let you know what's going on. But also, I have plenty of these. You see that? Let me tell you, this book right here is life-changing. This book right here is life-changing. Let your path be your platform. Hey, I need you to do this right now. Right before you get off, go to www.gerarddunn.com. Check out my website. You can get your books. You can get your Legendary gear on there. Check it out. Leave me a message. Let me know that you've been excited about this. Leave me a comment. Let me know how I can help you. And also, just get some topics. Give me some topics that we want to talk about. If there's something that you've been talking about, something that you want to know about, something that you want me to discuss, let's discuss it. Let's take this thing to a whole nother level. But understand this, I can't do it without you. I need you. I can't do it without you. I need your help. I need you. You have something that I need, and I need you. I need you. This is Solution, where we give real life answers to real life problems. This is Gerard Dunn. Hey, don't forget to check my website out, GerardDunn.com. Go to that right now. Go to my YouTube page. Subscribe. Share this post with as many people as possible. Let them know that we deal with real issues as real as it can get. God bless you. Love you.